Hi, church family. Have you ever struggled in your prayer life? Maybe you wondered if it really made a difference or why it was so important to develop a daily life of prayer. Abram, a man of great faith, built an altar of prayer in different seasons of his life. Genesis 12, verse 8 through 9 says, Abram traveled south and set up camp in the hill country, with Bethel to the west and Ai to the east. There he built another altar and dedicated it to the Lord, and he worshiped the Lord. So Abram continued on, and it says he stopped in between Bethel and Ai. Bethel means house of God, while Ai means heap of ruins. When we are in seasons of wandering, build an altar of prayer. When you are feeling in between things, trying to find a way to go, build an altar of prayer. And this is such an important altar to build, and Abram shows us this. If we skip ahead to Genesis 13, 1 through 4, it says, So Abram left Egypt and traveled north into the Negev, along with his wife and Lot and all that they owned. From the Negev, they continued traveling by stages toward Bethel, and they pitched their tents between Bethel and Ai, where they had camped before. This was the same place where Abram had built the altar, and there he worshiped the Lord again. Abram came back to the altar of prayer he had previously built. And what happened in between these verses is that Abram had gone to Egypt and was fearful of Pharaoh taking his wife Sarai as his own. So Abram lied and told Pharaoh that Sarai was his sister. Over time, bad things started happening to Pharaoh that led him to realize Sarai was really Abram's wife. So Pharaoh sent Abram and his family out of Egypt. And again, Abram is in a season of wandering. But he goes back to his altar of prayer and he worshiped the Lord there again. Today, make time to go to the secret place, to go build an altar of prayer. Go find a place you can get away with God and you can listen for what He wants to speak to you. In doing so, you'll feel His peace. You'll experience His presence. You'll be encouraged by His promises for your life. And who knows, you may even walk out of a season of wandering into a season of walking forward.